Angel, is that you? Listen, child, ooh, you kind of caught me off guard there, but that's all right. It's good to see you, girl. Where you been? What took you so long to come back? Anywho, I'm happy you're here. Do me a favor. Go on over to styleseat.com/TouchedByTyHairCo and book your girl. If you're in the DC, DMV area and you need to get your zoots done or that face glam, hit me up. Books are always open and I'm always accepting new clients. Go on and book me on Style Seat. Head over to Instagram at TouchedByTyHairCo and click that book now button or give us a call 202-539-2202 to set up your appointment or consultation. You know I love you. You know I'm happy that you came back. It's good to see you. Stay tuned for the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in a sec. I'm happy you came back. See you in a second. Hey angels, and welcome back to Touched by Ty Hair Co. So you tuned in because you want to get into this look, so let's get straight into it. Starting off by cleaning my client's face, okay? Going straight in. Once her face is all clean, we're going straight in. I'm going to moisturize her with the Pond's facial cream. So this is the thing, right? No matter if your client has oily, dry, combination skin, you always, okay? You always want to moisturize the skin, okay? Proper skin prep is essential for a flawless look. Now for her, she does have oily skin. So I'm gonna show you how we're going to combat that when you're dealing with an oily client. Okay, so I cleaned, I moisturized. Now I'm going in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, my favorite, okay? To combat this oiliness, we're going to double prime. So my first primer was the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer because I want to create something that's going to grab everything that I'm going to put on her, okay? Over top of that, I'm going in with the calamine lotion, okay? So what the calamine lotion does, it mattifies the skin, all right? So those areas where she gets oily, on top of that primer, I put the calamine lotion. You might see some women use the milk of magnesia, whatever works for you, but I'm going to tell you why I use calamine lotion. Calamine lotion is already made for skin. Okay, it is a product that's already made to go on skin, where milk of magnesia is not. Okay, so they both are mattifying products and they both do work to mattify the skin. However, I rather use a product that is made for skin, that's not going to cause any irritability or anything where my client could possibly have a allergic reaction to anything. This product, calamine lotion, is already made for skin, and it's also an anti-irritant for skin. So if you're asking me my opinion, I would say use the calamine lotion versus the milk of magnesia, but that's just personal, okay? For her eyebrows, we are going in with the Morphe brow definer pencil in the shade Java. All right, she's deep in her skin tone, so I wanted to make her brows a little more prominent on her face. So I just go in and I do have to create a little brow for her, so I am extending and deepening her brow. To clean up her brows, I'm going in with this Nicka Full Coverage Concealer in the shade 08. I did one brow off camera. because I didn't get a good enough angle. So this is the other brow that I'm doing to try to get somewhat of an angle. So today I did not use my normal setup. I was not at my normal station, so it's kind of hard for me to get good angles. You guys bear with me. But I think I got some good content here for you guys to watch and learn a little something from. I'm going in with the Morphe blending brush. I believe this is the 173 blending brush to blend out that concealer. I use that Nicka K full coverage concealer that I use to define her brows. I brought that down, and I'm also going to use that as her eyeshadow base. For the top of her brow, to clean it up, I'm going in with her foundation shade, the Nicka K full coverage mattifying foundation in the shade 14, using the same flat eyebrow brush or flat liner brush. I like to use a flat liner brush when doing brows. Straight lines make more sense to me. That's just how my brain works. But a lot of women use the oval concealer brushes to clean up. So whatever works for you. So this part of the video is sped up. I've gotten a lot of requests for people that want to see my technique. So once I start doing her face, I am going to slow the footage down and it will be in real time. This part is sped up. To set those brows, to set that eyeshadow base into place, and so there's no creasing in her eyeshadow look, I'm going in with my RK by Kiss transparent setting powder. Okay, this is a true white transparent powder. I recommend getting a true white powder when you are setting the bases for your eyeshadow looks. Okay, moving right along, we're going to use this Juvia's Place Warrior palette. I absolutely love this palette for any type of naked natural beat. It's very pigmented and the tones are just gorge. Okay, it works for any skin tone from fair to deep. You're going to get beautiful pigmentation and a very, very neutral and natural eye look. To apply this eyeshadow, I'm going in with my Real Technique medium shadow brush, packing that color onto her eyelid. Now, I want to say this color is Karufu, or so if you open the palette, it's 3 rows in this palette. It's a 9-color palette. It's going to be the middle color on the top row. Okay, it's the middle color on the top row. That's the color that this is. So it's like this medium brown color. And then the transition shade is the first color furthest to the left on the top row. So I think I pointed out on here. I think I do. And I'm just packing this color onto her eyeshadow until it reaches the depth that I would like for it to reach. It's that top middle color right there. And for her transition shade, so that I just blend out that harsh line at the top, I go in with the color in front of that lighter brown, and I'm just blending out that top. Okay. Everyone has a different style, right? And as you become more experienced in makeup artistry, you are going to develop what you like. Some people like a highlight under their brow, right? Some people don't. Some people don't like a highlight under their brow. I do. So I like to keep that highlight line in between the bottom of my brow and the beginning of my shadow look. I just like the way that finish looks. So you'll see that I'm creating that transition here. To deepen up her eye, I go in with the 3rd color on the top row, which is that chocolate brown, because I just wanted a deeper look, right? I wanted her eyes to be this chocolate brown. And so I'm building that color up using two different brushes, the blending brush to diffuse that harsh line at the top, and I'm packing it with that same Real Techniques medium brush, eyeshadow brush. So that's off camera. I went and applied some lashes. Those lashes are from Amazon. And then I always like to go in and just clean up anything that I don't want there, right? I don't know why I do this. It's just something that I do. I'm going to end up blending this out and giving her, concealing this area once I get into her face. But I just like to create clean lines. I don't know, y'all. That's how my brain works. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, Angel. Stop playing. Okay? Okay, you home. Welcome home, girl. Moving right along, we're going to get into this foundation now. Y'all already know, okay, how I feel about this foundation. All right? It is a must-have. It's a holy grail. It is a dupe, okay, to any full coverage foundation out here. NARS is the #1 selling full coverage foundation right now. This is an amazing dupe. Do you see this foundation on her face? I don't even have to say nothing. Look at it. This is the Nicka K full coverage foundation, okay, in the shade 14. And it was a perfect. I'm going to shut up and just let y'all watch the video. That's what I'm going to do. Get into this foundation. Please, Nicka K, cut the check. Stop it. Do y'all see? Look, watch. Just watch. Just watch how do you? Y'all, no, for real. And this foundation is like this with every client. I don't care if the skin tone is fair, deep. It just, I'm. Show me something better. Show me something better. Show me something better. Show me something better and I will go to it. And see, I say this not having used NARS, right? I have not used NARS yet, okay? And I'm going to purchase some because I really want to compare it to this Nicka K. Like, no shade. I really want to compare it to it. Because NARS does look beautiful. The finishes, I see the makeup artists that I follow, they all use NARS, and it is a absolutely gorgeous finish, but no shade to NARS. So is this, and it's half the price. It's half the price. She has nothing on her face, y'all, but primer and calamine lotion. And look at this skin. Look at it. I could literally just set her face and be done right here. Boom. Look. All right, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to stop talking about it because y'all sleeping on it. Y'all sleeping on it, I'm telling you. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. All I'm doing now is I'm going in with my damp blending brush in any area that I did not press the foundation into the skin. Those small creases and crevices, I'm going back around the skin and I'm taking care of that with this blending brush. To press her foundation into the skin, I did use the E63 Morphe foundation brush, which is that one you see me using there. That's my favorite foundation brush. I also use the ColourPop, Real Technique ColourPop brush. That's one of my favorites as well. And that's actually how I found this brush. I was in Morphe and I came across this brush because it was shaped very similar to that ColourPop brush, and I just fell in love with it. Do y'all know that Morphe is going out of business? Morphe is going out of business. So if you need brushes or anything like that, head on over to Morphe. Okay, they have a sale. I don't know if it's over or not, but if you missed it, you missed a good sale, honey. So to go in to start on her highlight, I am using the Nicka K Full Coverage Concealers in the shade 09 and 06. I'll be going in with my LA Colors Dual Tip blending and concealer brush, which is the one that you see me using here. Now, I absolutely love this brush, y'all. And I cannot find it. I found it at Walmart. It was like $2. And I use it for these purposes, okay? I like to apply my highlight with the concealer side. And then I just love the way that the blending brush blends product into the skin. And I use it like, if I have multiple clients, this is one of those brushes that I wash out and use it on the next client. Like, I have to have this brush. This is a holy grail brush for me. Okay, so you probably can find it at lacolors.com, Amazon, Walmart, something like that. But it's a good brush to add to the kit. It's very durable. I've washed it a trillion times. It's still intact. I'm going in using that 09 to place her highlight. Now I'm going in with that Nicka K Full Coverage Concealer in the shade 06, and I will be placing that in the areas where I want to bring a little more brightness. So that's at the very, very corner of her tear duct, and I think I apply a little bit to her nose area as well, down the bridge of her nose. This is not something that you have to do, but she's very deep in her complexion, so I did want to keep that under eye as bright as I possibly could without making it too bright. So we want to keep it bright, but we don't want it to flash back. So this is going to help me achieve that look in which I am looking for. So now I'm going in and I'm going to blend this product into the skin. This is now in real time, so you guys are seeing how I am blending and pressing and blending product into the skin, okay? Sometimes it looks like I'm sweeping, but I'm not. I'm probably just rotating my wrists to create like little circles. You want to press it into the skin, so you're basically tapping it in, swirling it around in some areas, going back with the blending sponge and diffusing any harsh lines. So I always say this to give people an idea. A change in shading is okay, but a line of demarcation is not, okay? So you don't want a harsh line of demarcation anywhere in your makeup unless it's in a cut crease. That's probably the only place. On the face, you can have a change in shading. You can have a red cheek going down to a bronzed or contoured jawline, and then going into maybe a highlighted chiseled jawbone, okay? You can have a highlighted under eye going into a blushed cheek, all right? So the changes in shade dimension are okay, but you don't want like a harsh line. You don't want that. So it's very important to blend, okay? Apply the product, blend it in, set it, all right? Apply, blend, set. That blending factor is very important because once you set, if you have not blended the product into the skin, then you're going to set it unblended, and you don't want to do that. So take your time. This is a really good example of how long it takes to blend product into the skin. I had a few people hit me up and just asked me to slow the footage down. You know, I don't like for my videos to be too long because I don't want to lose your attention, but I do want you guys to get the technique, okay? So this is how long it takes to, like, you know, this look took an hour. I think it took me an hour to do this, and that's because I was stopping. I wasn't in a rush when doing this. I want to say with my growth, I could probably complete this look in about 45 minutes. You know, this is about a 45-minute look. It's very natural. It's very easy. Get up and go. It's a naked beat. It's not a whole lot. The beat came in once I added the highlight. You know, that's what made it the beat. The chisel, the baking technique, that's what made it a beat, you know. So certain things that I did at the end is what made her face, just defining her structures. You know, it went from, you know, just being a natural look to more of a more defined in what we would call a beat. Okay, so this is a naked beat. This is what my naked beats are. Very natural eye, moving in to a brightened under eye, creating some definition. So this is a natural look. Normally this look doesn't take me longer than 45 minutes to complete. And as you can see, I am still in the blending process. You do not want to rush this process. When working at your client's under eye, let's talk about it, okay? You do not have to beat your client up. You do not have to press really hard in that area. And here's why. Number one, you don't want to irritate your client. You don't want to hurt them. You don't want to irritate them. You're about to apply powder in this area. You don't want them tearing up. You don't want water getting in this area because it's going to stain the skin when you go in to apply powder. So using smaller brushes, okay, is essential to the under eye area. Using a blending brush or a blending sponge, is essential, right? You want to make sure that you're pressing the product into the skin. You're not leaving any creases. Blend that product out, because now you're going to go and you're going to set that area. And when you set it, you don't want to not have blend or not have pressed that product into the skin properly. You don't want any creasing to happen under the eye. So get in there, be very gentle with your client and soft, and press the product in. And you don't have to do it hard. And you don't have to apply a whole lot of product. A little goes a long way, right? I'm going to keep my comments to myself, right? I'm going to say it. A lot of the girls use a lot of product. And to me, it's a waste of product, because you do not need all of that product to brighten somebody's under eye. You don't need it. You don't have to do that. To each his own. Everyone has a certain look, a certain finish that they want, but less is more, y'all. I'm telling you. If your technique is right, you do not need a lot. To set her highlighted areas, I'm going in with my LA Girl pressed powder in the shade Soft Honey, which is a light color, very similar to what I highlighted her with. And I am taking this dense powder brush and I'm lightly just pressing it into the skin. I'm going to use my blending sponge and go back in, ensure there's no creasing and everything is blended out with no harsh lines. Now I'm going in and I'm just blending all of that powder into place, blending it out, making sure that there are no harsh lines on the end of it. Pressing it into the skin. We don't want any creasing. Being very gentle while doing so. Now, to set the remaining of her face, I'll be going in with the LA Girl pressed powder in the shade Cocoa. Okay, as you can see, since I've showed you guys my technique, I've went on and sped up so the remaining of this video will be sped up. Okay, so I'm just pressing this using that same brush, pressing the product into the skin everywhere where I did not set her face. So the remaining areas of her face. Now, I wouldn't say that this is contouring because her skin tone is already deep, but I am going to bronze up her face. So I'm going to create contrast against those areas where I highlighted her skin. So I'm going in with the Juvia's Place bronzer palette in the shade Dark. This is the deepest shade. I am using the deepest shade in this palette with my Morphe angle brush, and I am just creating depth in the face, bronzing up the areas that I did not highlight so that I can create that contrast to those highlighted areas. This is going to give her face or start to form out the definition that I want to create. Using a small angle brush, I'm going in. I never do a really heavy nose contour. And maybe I just need to practice on that. I think that's an area that I can improve on, is contouring noses. So yeah, maybe that's why I don't do it. Just being honest. To bake her, okay, I'm going in with the #1 loose powder on the market right now, the Laura Mercier in the shade Deep, okay, translucent deep. This is a very beautiful setting powder, okay. It's just, I've used it a few times now, and in my last video I think I didn't know how to properly use it, but since then I have been using it on clients, and it is worth the hype. It's beautiful. It's very fine. It's very light. It stains the skin gorgeously. And it just blends out really beautifully. And it leaves this beautiful finish on top of the skin. And I have used it on all skin tones. And I have all 3 shades. And it just does what a setting powder is supposed to do. Okay? It's gorgeous. To set her under eye area and her nose, I am going in with the Sacha Buttercup in the shade Buttercup. Now, this, if you do women of color, you need this, okay? You need this. If you do deeper complected women, you need this. You need Sacha Buttercup, okay? You need it in your life. It is a gorgeous setting powder. It is a holy grail. Okay, and it just brightens up that eye. Like, it gives it what it needs to give. It also stains the skin beautifully. It diffuses gorgeously, and it does not have a flashback. Okay, it don't move. You know, it don't have a flashback. So if you're looking for good setting powders, I highly recommend Sacha Buttercup and this Laura Mercier. Okay, add it to your kit. It's worth the investment. So y'all know I love a blush, okay? You know I love a blush now. So for her blush, I'm going in with the Volume 1, okay, Juvia's Place blush palette, all right? And I'm using both of these shades on her. I wanted her to have like a rosy cheek. And, you have to apply that product to the skin. until you see it the way that you want to see it, okay? Then I go in with my blending brush. I'm diffusing. I am pressing this powder into the skin, but I'm also diffusing any harsh lines, okay? Look at her. Y'all don't play with me. For her lips, I did not show these products on the screen, but I am going in with the lip liner from Morphe in the shade Trendsetter. Okay, and then for her gloss, I am using the shade Virgin, okay, the Morphe matte lip gloss in the shade Virgin. To top off that combo, I am going in with my beauty supply store Kiss Colors Glam Shine, okay, and I am using the shade Sunset on top of that. All right. For your pencils, make sure that you sharpen them Lord Jesus. For your pencils, okay, your lip liners, your eyeliners, to sanitize them, you want to sharpen them with 1 to 2 rotations, okay, before and after each client. That's very, very important, okay? Things live on people's skin, and you don't want to transfer that to anyone, okay? Do it before and after each client. You want the client to see that you're doing this, all right? This is important. You want to keep all of those multi-use tools clean as possible. I try to stay away from using applicator brushes. Example is the concealers. I like to put them on another brush and then apply it to the skin, okay? You don't want to be using the same thing on everyone's skin and it's not clean. The same thing with your lip glosses. Use lip applicator brushes, lipsticks, lip applicator brushes. That's what those are made for, okay? Now that I've completed her lip, I am going in with my Real Technique setting brush and I am simply brushing this product in and away. Okay, so whatever the skin doesn't need or hasn't sucked up, I'm simply tapping it, blending it into the skin. Y'all, this setting brush is everything you need it in your kit, okay? It is perfect for finishing the face. When you're trying to blend away setting powders, this here is what you need, okay? That setting brush, okay? I just started using it. I seen one of my favorite makeup artists use this technique. Before, I would pat or press product into the skin using a damp beauty blender. No, ma'am. Okay? No, ma'am. I will never do that again. This finish, right, is just that setting brush just, I don't know what it does, but it just do what need to be done. Now, if I see anything extra or anything lingering, I'll go in with my damp beauty blender, just as you saw me do there, okay? Anything that setting brush cannot get. But that brush just does what needs to do. It does the job, I'm telling you, okay? If you're not following Lachey's Glam, if you're not a raw babe, look, okay? I'm going to always pay it forward because I've learned so much from her. So head over to her YouTube page and you will not be disappointed, I promise you, okay? If you think that you learn stuff from me, you're guaranteed to learn stuff from her because that's where I learned it at, all right? So follow Lachey's Glam. And I don't even think that she knows that I do that, and she ain't gotta know. I just think she's dope and she's really good at what she does. Y'all know what time it is, okay? If you follow me, you know what time it is. This is, I can't live without it. I would lose my mind. This product right here, if I didn't have this product, I wouldn't take clients. Like if I ran out of all my bronzers, I have to cancel your appointment because it's what I use, right? It's it's that touch. It's Touched by Ty. This bronzer is absolutely gorgeous. Now, this look and this finish is not for everyone, but it is for me. Okay, this is my aesthetic. This is how all my girls look, like they're glowing. Okay, I want my girls looking like God. They've been kissed by gods. Okay, I want diamonds in your skin, diamonds dancing. Okay, and that's what this product does for my girls, for my angels. It just gives them that Touched by Ty glow. Okay, so y'all seen what it is. You can use it, you cannot. I don't care. All right, but I'm gonna use it. Do y'all see how beautiful she looks? Okay, I'm gonna set her skin with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. And then I'm gonna go in and highlight her with this Fenty highlighter. Now, y'all, I forgot how pigmented this highlighter was. I forgot which one this is. It's the gold one, though. It's the one that everybody has when she first came out, the one that everybody fell in love with, okay? I forgot just how pigmented this was. So when I went in and I applied it to her skin, it went on so heavy. And I'm just like, oh, my God, that's not what I wanted to do. So I really, had to blend it out. So just be mindful if you're using this product. A little does really go a long way. However, I did want a glowy look on her. I wanted a very diamond type of reflection on her. This is a naked beat, so I did want to spice it up a little bit with the highlighter. But you need literally a speck of this. Oh my God. It did what needed to be done, but this stuff is pigmented. So as you can see, I'm highlighting her face right there at her cheek areas, right under her eyebrow, the bridge of her nose. And I don't even know if I did her chin because it was just so much. I did. I did a little leftover on her chin. And y'all, we coming into the final look. We coming into it. I did not show her what she looked like because she was looking the entire time. So this look will not have a client reveal. Okay. But she looking at herself. This is the final look, angels. Let me know how you feel about it. If you're not following me on social media, go ahead and check me out at TouchedByTyHairCo on all social media platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I am not on Twitter, okay? I will leave that for you guys. Get into it, get into it, get into it. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting on, angel? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can know when I upload. Now, we do everything here. Beauty, life, talk shows. We do a little bit of it all. Okay? It's your girl, Ty. I appreciate you. I love you. Keep going. Keep growing. I am so happy you came back. And I will see you next time. Touched by Ty Hair Co. out.